this.
Why does it do this? Okay, there we go. Wait, hold on. It looks like it's working now. It looks like it's working now. Holy shit. We're out here, guys. Oh my fucking god. Welcome back to the Extra Zone Arcade. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely, kind of forgot that this was happening. Oh my god. That's not why I'm late, though. Oh shit. Okay, I can hear myself now. So, I mean, at least I know my audio is working. So yeah, man, we're out here. We're actually fucking out here. We're gonna react to the new Mario Kart World Direct. And, guys, also, I forgot to, hold on, I forgot to set up my shit. Oh my god, it's been, bro. I've been gone for 2 weeks, and apparently I've already completely forgotten how this shit works. Anyway, yeah, I forgot to pull up my chat. Which is probably why, oh my god, that's not what no, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, can we do this properly? Can we do this properly? Yeah, let me freaking pull up chat so that you guys are not screaming into the endless void, and not being seen, because you know, that would be quite tragic, to be honest. That'd be quite tragic with if I can be completely real with you. So yeah, let me pull that up, pop out chat, and let me do that on here as well, because all right, I'm actually streaming on Twitch again, and you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't crash. So, you know, if you prefer being on Twitch, you know, hop on over to there. If not, stick on the YouTube. Chances are YouTube will probably work a bit better. So, you know, in case anything happens, you know, always use that as the backup plan. But yeah. So we're out here, bro. We're out here, and we're going to react to the new Super Mario Brothers Kart World. All right, I don't know why I said it like that. But they dropped a little 15-minute, 16-minute direct talking about what's going on. Hey, thank you for the sub, Pep. I appreciate it. Oh my, it's been fucking forever since I've been able to say that. I appreciate that. Right now, I don't have any plans for subs and stuff like that, so it's just kind of blanked out. So I mean, if you want to sub and stuff, I appreciate it. If you just want to do it out of love of the game, very much appreciate that. But yeah, we are on a bit of a hiatus arc, just to reiterate. I did announce that at the end of the last stream, which was the Switch 2 reaction presentation. It was very good. I just don't want the ads. Hey, listen, fair enough. But yeah, so you know, it's like you know, we're on a bit of a hiatus. I don't plan on coming back full time. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know when I plan to come back full time. It could be a few weeks, could be a few months. I have no idea. It will happen eventually, though. I'm not gonna like disappear off the face of the earth or anything like that. And you know, whenever there's events and stuff like this happening, obviously I'll make sure to try and be there where I can. But you know, obviously just to talk about that a little bit. You know, the idea is that I got a lot of real life shit I got to worry about, so I'm trying to focus on that. I'm also putting a lot of focus on the main channel stuff right now. Tomorrow we're dropping another part for the Mario 40th Anniversary Superspective series, which is a retrospective where we talk about all the mainline Mario games. Next up, the next one is Super Mario Sunshine. So if you like Mario Sunshine, or you hate it, or whatever, go watch that video. It's gonna be good. It might be out a little late because it's a long one. It's the longest main channel video that I've made, short of like the best of compilation. But that one doesn't really count. So, anyways, with all that being said, with all that out the way. Let's get into this. We're also going to do a bit of analysis after, so that, you know, you're not just watching like a half hour or less stream, you know. But it will be a short one. Here we go. Okay. I feel like that might be loud. Is that going to be loud? Okay. So here we go. All right. What is it? Ooh, we got a... Okay. So here's some of the courses we saw before. Is that Wario Stadium? Oh, what is that? Oh, was that like Day of the Dead Dry Bones? Also, they got the Super Mario Kart theme in there. You gotta have that. Hell yeah. Yeah, to be honest though, I'll probably be back full time when the Switch 2 actually drops. There was a Pianta. I just saw a Pianta. Hold up. That was totally a playable Pianta, bro. No way. No fucking way. We might have seen that already, but yeah. It's like the first time I saw it clearly. So wait, so that's not even just gliding. Like you are just straight up flying there. Is that the GameCube Dino Jungle? This looks like Sky High Sunday. What's this one? Okay, so we're gonna learn about the courses. We're gonna learn about them courses. Ooh, okay. Is that DK Pass from DS? I know that's in there. Dude, oh my god. Okay, Mario Bros. Circuit. So this one we've seen a lot of already. This is like the course for this game. It's in all that advertising stuff. Crown City. Okay, so yeah, we've seen some gameplay of this as well. Like they did some in Treehouse, which I did watch a bit of that. Salty Speedway. Hey. I really like how the bikes transform into boats. Ooh. I was gonna say, this is definitely a very Comet Observatory type vibe right here. There's so many random characters, bro. Hey, Bo with another sub. Appreciate that. Love to see it, man. Awesome. We're looking at the new Mario Kart details. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty fire. Toad's Factory, let's fucking go! Yes! Peach Beach! That looks really different. What the hell? Wario Shipyard. Yep. Classic 3DS track right there. Awesome. So we still get retro tracks. Hey. Okay. That's what we like to see. Okay, characters. Now the roster is looking absolutely insane. Mario. Gotta love Yoshi, bro. They remodeled him, like, heavy. How is he driving, bro? Like, someone explain this to me. And why is Spike in every game now? His name is Moo Moo. I refuse to believe his... Bro, oh my god. We're gonna have to frame by frame this. We're frame by framing this entire thing afterwards, just for the record. I saw so many characters just there. So yeah, they got rid of vehicle customization, which honestly, I think is a good thing. I think it's a good thing, because people aren't going to be so annoying about, like, the meta anymore. In both modes, up to 24 drivers can participate. The most in series history. My mom just... Oh. Why'd she leave you, bro? You got abandoned. I'm so sorry. Attacks from Hammer Brothers and other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear. Okay. Steer clear. You know. Ain't no way I'm buying this game though, on Listen, man, the price is insane. But let's you know, part of this is to see if it's worth it. Is it worth that $80? Because listen, if I'm spending 80 bones on this game, then like at least it's got to at least feel like, you know, all right, that was money well spent at least. Well, the second race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City. For the first time, see, I like this idea, but I feel like that's going to be annoying to like play a lot, you know. All Grand Prix Cups. Rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear. Rainbow Road. Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. She had an argument with my sister and just left me at hers, waiting for a response to her, see if I need to buy it. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, sorry about that. That is rough. Hope you get home all right. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race. Okay. So I like the idea of this knockout race. This is something I've wanted them to try and do for a while. It pretty much is Mario Kart Battle Royale. Yeah. Bro, the tracks are just so good in this. Like, these tracks genuinely look incredible. Like visually and like in terms of design. It's a lot of new stuff we haven't seen them try before. Okay, so they're explaining items to us as if, you know. Oh, okay. The coin shell. Do you get boost every time you collect a coin? Is that new? Ice flower is definitely new. Some of these are from Tour. I think the hammer is an item in Mario Kart Tour, isn't it? I don't know. I played that game like once. Hey, thank you for the sub, Emma. Oh my god, 3 subs in one stream is nuts. Appreciate that, everybody. Thank you very much. Like I said, I don't really have anything planned for subs and stuff since we're not really we're not really back full time for a little bit here. So we'll figure out something. You know, I'll take these subs now into account for whatever the next goal we do is. Everybody's charging Chuck. Coins have always had the little fire come out from your engines. Never works as a speed up though. No, it didn't do that before. It definitely didn't do that before.
And if you're new to the Mario Kart series, there are added support features to help you along the way.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, definitely didn't do that in Super Mario Kart. Didn't do it in 7. Maybe it did it in 8.
Smart steering, which helps you stay on the course.
But I feel like I've played enough of 8 where I would know that. So, yeah, I don't think it did. Bro, please tell me they don't have tilt controls as the default anymore, dude. And driving assist. That should have never been on by default. It's so dumb. And, of course, they have a wheel accessory, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Is my boy Waluigi? Of course he's in the game.
How about a quick break? A snack sounds
they can't just not have Waluigi in Mario Kart, except for that one time where they did. There was that one time where they did.
Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go.
I love this, by the way. That's amazing.
Take a bite and...
How much you want to bet it does that in 8? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm like 90% sure it doesn't.
Whoa, nice threads.
You're probably thinking it's...
Oh. Bits can be selected from the character selection screen.
What? Why is it like that?
Who knows what dishes?
What the hell? Why do the costumes each take up a different slot? Did he just eat hot Cheetos? What was that?
That was a nice detour. Now let's get back to the action.
So I guess the costumes are just unlockables. I'm not completely sure.
Let's introduce some
new tricks.
Ace each race.
The renders are so nice too.
Charge
Super
jump.
high quality.
You can now use a charge jump by holding the drift button while driving straight ahead.
Charge jump.
And release to jump.
See, that's new, dude. There's gonna be some like crazy tech with that, I bet. There's gonna be some insane tech with that. There's Waluigi.
Dodge attacks from your rivals.
Nice. I love the rail grinding. It's so cool. Bro, you can play as the fuck. Bro, you can play as the goddamn conch door, bro. Not the conch door.
Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close.
Oh,
Almost
well.
Whenever this happens, be kind and
Wait, that's a feature?
this will return.
I was like, I thought they were just doing that for the presentation. That's an actual feature? What the hell?
This can come in handy when
Yo,
figuring out
what?
the best approach, of course.
Wait, so that can just, you can just do that?
Will still move normally when you rewind, so don't lose your lead.
Can be used in free roam mode and when playing races solo. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, there's no fucking way they're gonna let you do that online.
Races in time
That would be nuts.
against the clock.
My mum just responded to text saying she'll be back. Okay, good. At least you have a good, an easy way home now.
If you go online, you can download and compete against ghost data from racers around the world.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's great, actually. You can race against top players now as a ghost. Bit of a training arc.
Rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another.
See, again, I like the idea of driving between courses for a Grand Prix, but I feel like on repeat plays, that's gonna get kind of boring, you know. At least that's how I feel about it. I don't think I would want to do that like all the time. I feel like the classic way is still the best. Okay, team mode is still there. Good to know. Good to know. It looks like they've expanded it though. You couldn't do teams of 4 before, could you? I guess there's enough players now where you could do that. Hey, balloon battle's back. Love to see it. So do they actually have like specific battle mode tracks? It looks like it. Okay. Are those the only battle modes, or is there more? Okay, it's just the 2. It's just the 2. I think we could have done with maybe a couple more. They should have brought back Shine Thief, bro. Shine Thief is the best one. I love Shine Thief. Why is it playing like a remix of the Mario 64 theme? I do like that there's just a straight up free roaming mode though.
You can go wherever you like.
I love how they used the penguin to show you driving off a cliff. They knew what they were doing.
There's a P-switch over there.
Ooh. A P-switch in a Mario Kart game is kind of crazy.
Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions.
Okay, so there's actually like open world challenges and stuff. Okay, good. So you won't be bored.
You can hone your driving ability.
You don't just drive around. Like there's actually stuff to do. Good, good, good. That's what we like to see. Oh. I can see this being pretty fun to like 100%.
And more. So take the scenic route and explore.
I hope they give you a lot of rewards for it too, you know. I hope they give you a lot of stuff for actually exploring.
Take photos whenever you like. Strike a pose. Look at the camera. Use a frame to decorate and nice. That one's a winner.
That's pretty good, you know, decent photo mode. It'd be nice if there was like a good way to share them though, because obviously Nintendo doesn't have Twitter integration anymore. Because, you know, that website has gone to shit. And also Miiverse obviously doesn't exist. They should have made it 8. You should have had 8 split screens. It would have been... That's what everyone would have wanted. I still can't believe you can play as the fucking... I'm genuinely going to be a Dolphin main. I'm telling you this right now. I will be a Dolphin main. 100%. 100% I'll be a Dolphin main.
And up to 24 players from
that shit is hilarious, bro. Nice. Good to see online back. Okay, play with friends online. And yeah, just remember, you know, we're going to go back through and look more in depth at everything. I like that you get a little lobby as well. That's nice.
By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. See, I feel like this would be good. This is definitely going to be good for like streams down the line.
Or just go for a ride together.
That's going to make it much easier. Because then, you know, we can kind of keep the content going. Oh, that's cool.
If that's more your speed.
I love that. The original cast all together. Well, except for DK Jr. You know. Because DK Jr. is dead. Oh god, not game chat. Look at Bowser hopping around like a jolly fellow, bro. And how are they perfectly synced like that? That is actually so cool. I love how there's actually destructive elements to that.
If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together.
Okay.
Who's close by?
I mean, yeah, this is fun, but you know, I mean, you know, it's whatever.
tell in an instant. Aim a shell and bullseye.
But having game chat is nice. Having game chat is definitely nice.
And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces.
Up to 4.
Enjoy the view. And
Don't have any more though, otherwise it will get confused. All right. Bro, you can play as the bat. You can play as the swooper. This game is peak. Dude, the character roster is just crazy, dude. I really like the costume variety as well, but I'm gonna be the bat. I can't believe that, dude.
A transcontinental race around the world.
I want to see more of those, like,
Mario Kart.
I want to see more of those track elements. They've only shown like 2 of those. They're surely gonna have more.
A digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Did they drop the price though? No, they didn't. They didn't drop the price. I'm afraid we're gonna have to start spamming it more, everybody. We're gonna have to start spamming drop the price even more because apparently they didn't get the message. They're not dropping the price, by the way. This is Nintendo. What the hell did you expect? They're still selling Mario Kart Deluxe for full price, which is a port of a game that's over 10 years old that came out 8 years ago. So I'm just saying they were never gonna drop the price. Let's be real. Let's actually keep it a buck. That was never gonna happen. All right, so what do we think? I think if I get the Switch 2, I'd probably get that bundle. That would be the smart way to do it. That would be the smart way to do it. I didn't know because I like to have my games physical. So, there's that. But yeah. So, my immediate thoughts. I think this game is going to pretty much live and die by the actual contents of the open world, because it's very obvious that that's like the majority of what they put the focus into. So I'm hoping there's a lot to do with that. But more than anything, I think the mechanics are looking really great. Like there's just a ton of new stuff to do. There's going to be some insane tech with this game. I just know that the wall running and the charge jump specifically, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do with that. I think you're going to see people really take advantage of those and use it in creative ways. I'm not like I don't play games like that, so you know that won't be me. But it will be cool to see people do it, definitely. For me though, it's like obviously the appeal is like, okay, how fun is this game going to be? Is the moment-to-moment gameplay going to be engaging? So far, it looks like the answer is yes. Again, I think I still need to see more of what the open world has to offer, and how free roam kind of, you know, how it kind of pans out in the long run. And you know, is that going to be something that will hold our attention for a long time? Is it something that's going to get boring, and then eventually I'm just going to be like playing it like every other Mario Kart, where we just go course to course? You know, what are we like? You know, what kind of what kind of pull is there to make it so that, you know, I want to keep coming back to it? So that's like the main concern still. Other than that, like everything else is looking great. Like the game, like visually, the game looks amazing for one thing. Soundtrack looks great. Love all the returning courses they chose. There's a lot of good choices there. You know, there's definitely a couple fan favorites, but a lot of also very underrated picks. Like Wario Shipyard. Like I'm surprised that was even picked for this. But very nice to see it. Tons of playable characters. So far, this game is looking pretty amazing. So let's take a closer look here. Let's see what other details we can glean from this. Now, I'm not gonna like frame by frame like the entire fucking 16 minutes of this, because we could be here for hours. But you know, we got stuff like costumes for Birdo, costumes for Luigi. This is, I don't know if this track is the same one that we saw before that had like all the film strips and everything that you drive on. I think this might be a different course. Maybe they lead into each other kind of somehow. This course we obviously saw. And yeah, did they talk about the multiple tricks? My memory is dog shit, so I honestly forgot if they talked about how you can do multiple tricks, because I think we saw in some of the footage that you can. I don't know what track this is. I don't know what track this is. This one I think might be DK Pass.
Your engines.
It could also be a totally new one. That's a new track. This one looks like it's going to be Wario's Shipyard.
World game.
Of course, we've got to have a Bowser's Castle in there.
Exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
Have to have a Bowser's Castle.
What kind of races await you?
And yeah, so, you know, obviously,
You'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix.
you know, we saw all this. Hold on. Hold on. Go back. Go back. What did I just see? What did I just see? There's no way they had a Mario RPG reference. There's no way they actually had... No fucking way. I want you to just take a look at Yoshi here. That ain't Yoshi. That's Boshi. What do you know about Boshi? From Super Mario RPG, bro. Oh my goodness. That is straight up, like... That's him, bro. That's literally him. No way. That is crazy. Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, it's not exact. It's not exact. Like obviously he has gloves. It looks like he's got kind of a jacket going. The glasses are maybe a different shape, but the idea is there. The idea is there, bro. That is Boshi. That straight up is Boshi. Like, come on. Don't play with me, Nintendo. Put RPG characters in this game. Listen, you've opened the floodgates now. You've opened the floodgates, all right? We can get Mallow in the game, all right? Fuck Gino. Gino's overrated, bro. Give me Mallow. Give me Mallow in Mario Kart. Why not? You know? Get some Paper Mario characters in there. What harm could it do? You know, what harm could it really do? So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's neat. I just the fact that, like, are they not disturbed by this? So anyways, yeah, look at footage of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Straight up, there is fire when you collect coins. I think you're wrong. I think you're maybe confused, and it's the actual effect of the coin disappearing. You know how it does the little glow? I think that's what you're thinking of. It definitely does not. It doesn't do that. I don't think it does that. But anyways, or at least it's not like, if it does, it's not that noticeable. It's like not as noticeable as they made it here. But those moo-moos, bro, how are they not disturbed by this? I refuse to just call them cows, by the way. There's no way that's actually what they're called. And then we have this. You got the Golden Gate. Is it okay? So hold on. Geographically. Geographically, so can we find Toad Harbor? Because shouldn't Toad Harbor be here? Someone, you know, is this accurate to the real live Mario map? You know, is it really? Or are we looking at? Okay, so we actually get a better look here at some of the courses. I mean, I guess now that we know what they are. So it looks like we got Mario Bros. Circuit over here. This looks like the DK Spaceport one. Obviously we have like the big expansive desert area. There's another desert area here with another track. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like we got Sky High Sunday. We got the one ice track that kind of looks like the Comet Observatory. We have obviously Bowser's Castle over here. That looks like Toad Factory right there. That looks like Toad Factory. There's the forest course that we saw, and something over here. I don't know what that is, but yeah, there's you can definitely make out a few of the courses. Just from looking at it, just from kind of looking at it, I think the courses may be a little too spread apart. Personally, I think the I think the map could have maybe been a bit smaller. I feel like maybe the map is a bit big. Personally, because if you look at this, there's this giant bridge here, which obviously this isn't much of a track. Like this is something that you could drive across, obviously, but you know it's just a straight line essentially. So and that's there, and it looks like maybe the closest actual track to that is like over here. So you're going from here across this whole entire bridge to make it to this track, which will probably be the Crown City. So My concern is that like there's gonna be very long stretches where you're just kind of driving, and there's not a whole lot else to do. Like obviously, you know, there are spots where there are mini games and such, but like on the bridge, for example, it's like how much stuff can you put here to make it interesting? And so you know that's kind of like that's my thing. It's like I hope that that's something that's gonna make it worthwhile because again, they've really put a lot into this. And obviously, stuff like battle mode isn't as robust as it was in like Deluxe, for example, or even like Wii. So that's you know that's obviously a thing. It's like you know if those are being stripped back in favor of this, I want this to be I want this to be able to provide the same level of enjoyment and replayability that those have. So you know, and I know by nature of it being open, that's not always going to be the case. But you know, it's they got to do it, man. They got to do it. They got to make sure there's actually stuff to do. So yeah, so the gliding. I'm not entirely sure. So okay, so that's like the upward momentum. Okay, so yeah, it definitely still is gliding. You're not just straight up flying. You're not just straight up. Is this Mario Circuit 3? Hold on. What this is a Mario Circuit course from SNES. Which one is it though? Oh, you know what? Actually, it's all of them. I just realized it's all of them. That's actually a good way to do it. That's actually a great way to do it. Okay, so this would be like the first one, right? That one's Mario Circuit 2. That one's Mario Circuit 3. And probably behind that is Mario Circuit 4. But yeah, does this have the jump? It looks like it does. It looks like it has the jump. So yeah, that should be that one would be Mario Circuit 2. So interesting. They combined all of the variants in the SNES courses into like one area. Which, yeah, that's good. That's a great way to do it. I didn't even think about it like that. So this isn't Dino Jungle from GameCube. This looks like a completely new course. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And yeah, so obviously we have this Waterworks kind of oil rig course, I think is what that's supposed to be. Sky High Sunday is back. It looks like it's had a bit of a rework. Very nice. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be Bowser's Castle. Right here. Also, yeah, no anti-grav in this game. That's gone. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely DK Pass. This is definitely DK Pass. You can see Donkey Kong with some skiing gear on there. Very cool.
Let's take a look at some of the new courses to explore.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, we had obviously Mario Bros Circuit. You know, we can kind of skip around here. We had Crown City. Again, these are ones we've seen a lot of. So Salty Speedway. So what's the kind of theme they got going here?
Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway and make us
kind of almost gives like I don't want to say Venice, but yeah, I guess kind of. This is giving me like Rosalina's Ice World vibes. I think that's what they were going for.
Just don't slip off while soaking up the scenery.
God damn. They don't show how you get rescued. Okay, so yeah, the Boo Cinema. So it is the same course with the film reels and stuff. So I guess you go inside, and then yeah. So you literally jump into the screen. I love that, by the way. I hope there's like a ton of courses that we haven't seen that you access like through other areas. You know, like things that aren't immediately visible, like a lot of underground courses. You know. That'd be a fun and easy way to get those in. So yeah, we got another look at Bowser's Factory. Here's Toad's Factory. It's not Bowser's Factory, Bowser's Castle. So yeah, we got Peach Beach back. Okay, so is it like fully water now? It doesn't even look like it did on the GameCube. Like it doesn't even remotely look like it did on the GameCube. I mean, what they showed of it, at least, is nothing like the original. Wario Shipyard at least mostly looks like it's going to be the same.
Nostalgic courses from past titles are
yeah, so it looks like when you drive the Mario Circuit courses, you actually just go through all of them.
But reimagined and spread
which is
throughout
great.
the world, where races.
And then, yeah, so this gives you a better look at pretty much all the ones we have there. So, yeah, definitely Toad's Factory there. That's Airship Fortress, kind of off the coast of Bowser's Castle. We have the Daisy's Palace level, whatever that one's going to be called. And, yeah, DK Spaceport, all of those ones. The Dinosaur Jungle area, whatever it's called. Yeah. Yeah, looking good. I really like this autumn shrine thing they got going on. I feel like there should be more tracks than what they show on the map. Yeah, there will. I think there will be. I think there's a lot of like underground tracks that we probably haven't seen yet. They did show all the cups after this, I think, didn't they? I don't think that would be enough. Like, yeah, what did they show? They showed all the different GPs they have. So there should be more courses than what we see there to actually fill that out. So I'm sure there are.
Race as familiar characters like.
But again, like I said, my concern is just that like when you're driving in the overworld, I feel like there's maybe going to be too much space between the courses. I think they either need to be a lot closer together, or in other words, just have the map be smaller, or like, you know, have more courses in between that. You know, maybe they're just not showing it. I don't know.
Luigi. Peach.
So yeah, we got some classics here. What course was Luigi on just now?
Race as familiar characters like Mario. Luigi.
What course is this? Is this part of the Crown City?
Peach.
It looks like it might be. You go on top of the buildings at some point.
And Yoshi.
And here's a desert track. There are a lot of desert tracks as well, I've noticed. So I'm hoping there's some good variety, but there's a lot of deserts. There's like at least 4 different desert tracks, it looks like.
Goomba. Spike.
And, you know, that was always going to be the concern about going open world, is like, okay, how much actual variety can you have when it's just like, okay, they're each in like different regions. So obviously you got to have your snow course, you got to have your grass course, the desert course, lava course, whatever. So hopefully there's like enough variety in there where it's like it doesn't feel like you're just kind of going to a lot of the same locations or similar-ish locations, you know? Because even with the booster course pass, by that point it's like we were starting to feel like, okay, there's a lot of courses that kind of have a theme that's already represented quite a lot. So, you know, especially city courses with all those tour tracks they put in. But, you know, that was the reason the booster course was even made in the first place. So, you know, there's that. But, yeah, so hopefully there's not going to be a similar kind of effect here.
And that's right, Cow.
I'm not calling him Cow, by the way. This he will forever be Moo Moo in my heart.
Even more new.
And, yeah, so we get a better look at the character select screen. Let's see here. So, obviously, we got the babies. We got freaking Lakitu. He looks hungry, bro. He looks like he's starving. All right, where did the meat on his bones go, bro? Why is he so thin? We got Toadette. We got Bowser Jr. Who his teeth are hanging out now. His teeth are hanging out now. He does look naked. He does look like what is? There's something about him that just looks like it's missing. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so but Bowser Jr.'s teeth are poking out, or at least one of them is. That's new. That's new. I think. He needs shoes. He never wore shoes. Lakitu never wore shoes. I think it's just. I think it's his arms. They've like made his arms longer. I think that's what it is. I think they've just made his arms longer and his head is like bigger, so it's like his body just looks smaller for some reason. He does look a bit off model here, but to be fair, so does everyone, and I kind of like that. Yeah, we got Birdo back. We got King Boo. Very good. Nice to see them make their return from the booster course pass. Shy Guy is here. Donkey Kong's here. Very nice, very nice. We got Nabbit. We got just a piranha plant. No PT by the looks of things. No PT by the looks of things. Just a regular ass piranha plant. We got Hammer Bro, Monty Mole, Goomba, Spike, but pretty much this is like the Mario Party crew right here. These four are like the Mario Party characters that they've been throwing into a lot of the modern games. Sidestepper is there, very nice little callback to the arcade game. Cheap being playable is fucking insane. Like, I don't know. I don't know who suggested this, but you know, Dry Bones is there. You know, I am a Dry Bones main currently. But you know, I might have to abandon him for this game because Dolphin is looking good. He looks like a baby to me, like a baby version. Yeah, I can see it. We got Wiggler back. Cataquack is there, which is just this is amazing, dude. Like what? Like who the fuck wanted this? Who wanted this, bro? But that's why it's peak. And Piant is finally a playable character in something that isn't Mario Baseball. Finally. And yeah, it looks like so are these costumes, or like why is it laid out like this? Why is it like... I really don't like this, by the way. The costumes should not take up like separate slots, because it looks like the it looks like these first 3 dots are the actual like individual playable characters, and the rest of these dots are all going to be like alternate skins. That is ridiculous. They need to change that. They absolutely need to change that. Why the hell is Goomba so shiny? He's oiled up, bro. He forgot to he didn't oil his car. He oiled himself. You know. But look, like this is ridiculous. Like if this is all costumes, that is gonna be fucking dumb to navigate. Honestly, please fix that. Please fucking fix that. I think I speak for everyone when I say that this is obnoxious as hell. Like no one wants to scroll like 8 pages to find the costume they want to use.
Choose your vehicle.
All right, just have it so that you select the character, then you can choose what costume they did. Literally Mario Kart 8 did that. Literally Mario Kart 8 had the formula on that. Like why have we gone and fucked it up completely? You know what I mean?
Off to the races.
It doesn't make sense.
Characters and
I gotta say though, again, I really like that vehicles are like... I really like the vehicles are just like preset now, because first of all, it means that like they don't look like shit, and second, again, it's gonna make like picking the meta and stuff like that less of a you know, less of a thing. It's like, why even have the customization in the first place if everyone's just gonna kind of pick the same thing anyway? So I think from that perspective, this is a good thing.
vehicles each have different stats. So
And I gotta say, I really like this. I really like the Mario Bros. Inspired bike right here. That one particularly is standing out to me. If you get rid of vehicle customization, you have a lot of free real estate to add a little sub menu for costumes. Honestly, exactly. Like, come on, man. And again, it's like you don't even have to do it on a separate menu. It could literally just be you choose the character, and then a little a little pop up happens. And then you can pick the costume from there. Like, you know, in 8, when you pick Yoshi and you wanted to pick freaking purple Yoshi, you just click the thing from there. Like, why did they not just do that? Like, we literally had the formula, bro. We literally had it. Or you pick Link, and you can choose from the classic Skyward Sword kind of look to the Breath of the Wild one, you know. And it's like that's in a separate sort of separate little pop up menu. Like, why does it have to be a separate slot on the actual character select? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Why do that?
up in this world. Grand Prix and Knockout Tour.
One thing though that I would have liked is not necessarily vehicle customization in the way it was before, but think like what Crash Team Racing and Sonic Racing are doing, where you can basically just like just cosmetics, just like customize it cosmetically. So like, you know, if I chose the pipe cart, you know, what if I wanted it to be a blue pipe instead of a green one? You know, that kind of thing. Or put some little stickers and different decals on it. You know, that kind of thing would have been really nice. But, you know, I can see why maybe they didn't do it. But it would have been nice just to have that as like okay, this is kind of an individual thing that I can do. Can't wait to play his pink gold summer outfit, Peach. Yeah. It seems like the metal characters are gone though, strangely enough. They don't really have It looks like they don't really have characters like that, like Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, the alternate characters kind of thing. I guess that's just the costumes now. I think in terms of the costumes too, it would have been nice to have some more like actual references and callbacks. Like it would have been nice to have like a Dr. Mario costume, for example, just to kind of fuck around with that a little bit. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there at this point.
In both modes, up to 24.
Also, this is the Double Dash battle mode theme that's playing right now.
Drivers can participate.
Yeah, you can play as the god. What's the name of the bee? Sting Bee? Is that its name? Sting Bee? And look, there's Swooper driving down with the golden mush. I cannot fucking believe you can play as Swooper. What kind of... That's hilarious. Who's shooting bonsai bills, bro? What? It's just a straight up car that just does that. There's Hammer Bros and shit. See, okay, if those guys are like driving around in the open world, that'll at least keep things engaging, because it's like at least you have like something to kind of look out for.
Try to steer clear. And now
I saw some rolling chomps there as well. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So they have indeed got multiple Grand Prix. Now, how many is it? So there's so there's 7 on this page.
Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix
And is this
races
all of
are
them?
held all around the game's world. You'll race
I could have sworn I saw
different
a
races
Cloud Flower one
and for
earlier.
the top spot.
I don't know if I was just making that
Mushroom
up.
Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit.
Oh, so they have the N64 circuit theme.
Circuit to Crown City.
So what track is using that?
You'll need to
Is it
drive
Wario
yourself
Stadium?
to the next course in Grand Prix. So don't sleep at the wheel.
Gotta love how Pauline is just like a mainstay now.
And if you conquer all Grand Prix cups,
I love that animation they have there.
that a certain colorful course will appear.
Wait, so what do you have to do to make it
Certain
appear?
colorful course will conquer all Grand Prix cups. Rumor has it.
Oh,
a
okay.
colorful course will appear.
So you actually have to unlock Rainbow Road. You actually have to unlock Rainbow Road again. Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour.
And yeah, Knockout Tour looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Rally to Ice Rally.
Yeah, okay. So, oh no, so these are for the rally specifically. Okay, these are like the rally GPs. So okay, so there's 7 GPs normally. So yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like the courses we saw, like that couldn't have been all of them. I don't think that could have been all of them. So there's probably like more that are like underground that you can't see on the map, maybe. Plus Rainbow Road.
And more. These extended
But my question is, so if Rainbow Road is unlockable and you got to get it after you beat all the Grand Prix, then what if you wanted to play Rainbow Road within a Grand Prix? Like, is it still part of one? Like, is there still a special cup type thing, or what? Like, is there more unlockable courses that also lead into that? Like, I don't know. Or is it just something you play on its own type shit? I think these other cups are Knockout Tour cups, not different races. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like these are these are specifically for the Knockout Tour. So this is different from the regular GP, because there's also 8 of them. So yeah, I guess this just gives you a list. What these probably do is they just give you a list of courses, and each of them is like a different one. So you could potentially get like this course with the Hammer Bro if you do like the Acorn one, but it will give you like 3 different other ones. So kind of, it's like you're kind of plotting out a different course essentially. I think is what they're going for here.
take you from one end of the world to
Yeah,
the other.
you kind of plot your course with
Ready
this.
for a sprint. But
Here's
you
DK Pass again.
place if you want to stay in the race.
Bars,
Speed towards checkpoints throughout the world.
bars,
You don't
bro.
make the cut, you're out of the running.
So what track is this? Is this the Peach's Castle track? Because I did see a Peach's Castle.
Competition gets more intense as you close in on the checkpoints. You've got to
Yeah.
drive to
So
survive
it's completely checkpoint based. There's no like,
Eyes on the
there's no
prize
laps or
and
anything,
aim for first place.
and you gotta just be surviving, bro. I love the Mariachi Luigi by the Waluigi. They made Waluigi's taco stand real.
Items can drastically change the outcome of a race.
I just love watching the goddamn dolphin. Can we just go back? Look how majestic this is. Look how absolutely majestic this is. Oh, hold on. Okay, I went a little too far back. Where's he at, bro? Where's my goat? Where's my goat? There's King. But wait, okay, hold on. He just went past. Was that him? That was not him. Who the fuck is that? Is that Birdo wearing a hat? What is that? Oh, so there's no sign of Diddy Kong, bro. Why are they... What is with Diddy Erasure? They want to delete him. It's like he never existed. To be fair, I mean, maybe there's a reason for that. But... Bro, okay, here we go. This is... Bro, the fact they got the snowman and the dolphin next to each... There's a fucking... Bro, I just want to express that there is a straight up inanimate object as a playable character in this game. There's a straight up inanimate object in this game before Diddy Kong. That is insane. That is actually insane. But yeah, look at the dolphin just fly by, bro. No animation. Literally no animation. Just as still as a fucking plank. I'm maining the shit out of that guy. Also, you gotta love the pokey as well.
Of a race.
No hands, no legs.
Here are some new items that'll help you out.
Just driving. This game is ridiculous.
Coins will appear. Now's your chance to grab them.
Yeah, so the coin grabbing effect is definitely a lot more intense than it used to be. I'm not sure if it gives you a boost though, or if it just kind of like does that. It doesn't look like it's boosting you at all. And okay, hold on. So it looked like Waluigi was grabbing them, but he wasn't getting the boost effect. At least that's how it looked like. Then again, it could also be because he's drifting. Or is he just not hitting them? Okay, I think he's just not hitting them. Okay, they could have... What's up, Extra? Haven't watched your live stream since Sonic Racing Crossworld. Hey, what's up, Dark Shadow? Appreciate you for popping in. As we talk about the other major racing game of this year. I actually want to talk a little bit about that.
Hammers also stay on the course for a short time and can be used to
that's going to be annoying. The Mega Mushroom's back from Wii. I feel like I completely glossed over that, by the way. Also, okay, that's definitely... Okay, that course is for sure... Wait. Yeah, this is definitely N64 Wario Stadium. I think this is definitely N64 Wario Stadium. It's got to be. It looks like the sign says garlic powder, about garlic power. Or garlic powder. And what's this? Waluigi vintage clothing, Wario games. Yeah, it's all like Wario advertisements. This is definitely N64 Wario Stadium. They changed it up a lot though. It looks really different. But you know, there wasn't much to work with the original, to be honest. So anything's an improvement over that. That course was ugly as fuck in the original game. The feather's now something you can actually use in regular races. Very cool. There's going to be some insane shortcuts with that.
What other mysterious effects will happen?
So Kamek is just kind of like the wild card, which is pretty cool.
The more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables. So when you get items,
that's right.
go for it.
The lightning's back. And yeah. So, character select screen, page 1. Can you wait, hold on. Can you reorder these? Is that a thing you can do? Because I could have sworn the last time we saw the character select screen. Hold on. The last time we saw the character select screen, I could have sworn you could the babies were on a different part of the menu. Okay, so we're at 720 right now. Where does it show the
Race as familiar.
where does it show the character select screen?
Even more new races.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, hold on. So
That's right. Cow.
1 second.
More new races.
I fucking hate the new DK design, bro. I get some people like it, but I hate. Really? Why is that? I think it's great. I'm just saying. Hey, thank you for getting rid of that. By the way, appreciate that. It's International Bat Appreciation Day. Is it actually? That's hilarious. Of course, today of all days. Of course, today of all days. Yeah. Let me go back here. Yeah. Okay. So, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi are in different spots of the roster than they were in the other one. It looks like Pauline is down here, but then later, Pauline is up here, and the babies are here. Oh, but then again, there's only four slots here. So I guess this is when you don't have any of the costumes and stuff unlocked, and the costumes are what. So okay, see, now that pisses me off even more. That pisses me off even more because you're telling me when I unlock costumes, it fucks with the actual ordering of the roster as well. Like, why? Like, what the fuck? Why? Like, come on, man. Like, they gotta fix that, bro. They need to fix that. Also, I feel like the way the roster is ordered as well is kind of weird. Like, you would like this is normally the spot that Daisy's in and Pauline is there, which is kind of strange. You know, DK isn't here. Like, I feel like DK should be on the first screen and not the babies.
Due to the Mario Kart series, there
Like,
are
Donkey Kong and Daisy
to
should
help
definitely
you
be
along
here
the way.
before the babies. Those are like Mario Kart staples. Looks like you can also pick a random vehicle if you like, which is very cool. Yeah, no, the new DK design, I just don't fuck with it. Really? I want to ask if you've seen the trailer for the new Donkey Kong game, but I mean, obviously, I'm like 90% sure you probably have. So, to me though, it's like he looks so much more expressive. I like it a lot more. I like it a lot more because they also brought him a lot closer to like the 2D artwork, and I think anytime you do that with your character model, it's just gonna look better. Like obviously the rest of the gang has that. Like Yoshi looks like the 2D art, Luigi looks like the 2D art, and etc. The new DK game looks wow. I gotta heavily disagree with that. Damn. I'm so excited for it. I think it looks amazing. Sure, it ain't a 3D Mario. It ain't a 3D Mario, but it will keep us satiated until then. At least me, you know. I think that game's going to be a lot of fun. And I really like the new DK design. I think he looks great. I think the movie had something right. I think the movie did something right there by bringing it closer to like the original designs, personally. I've hella nostalgia for Country Returns, so probably don't like the design because of that. No, see, I get that because I mean, pretty much everyone here would have grown up on Rare DK. So I mean, I get you, and I'm always going to be nostalgic for that design. But like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, I'm so glad I grew up with this, but goddamn, this is way better. You know, it's one of those things for me. I think the new DK design is definitely better. Like, I wasn't on board at first, but like after seeing how they animate him and getting like a better look at it and everything, like I think it's better. I think it's like a lot better personally, because that's like Nintendo's vision for Donkey Kong, whereas like his previous model was, you know, that was Rare's Donkey Kong. That was their vision for that character. Since the 90s, you know. He looks so much more gorilla. Yeah, true, but like he also looked a lot less animated. And I think like when you have an animated character, you know, you want him to look as animated and as expressive as possible, and that you couldn't really do that too much with the old model, to be honest. Like, you know, stuff like Smash did it pretty good, but there's still those limitations, you know. Especially when it came to the eyebrows. Like the eyebrows were kind of the more troublesome part. But, you know, I think generally him being a bit more, like, approachable now, I think is a lot more in line with, like, how they kind of want to portray Donkey Kong. Like, he doesn't have, like, the same kind of edge that he kind of had in that previous design, which I think is fine. I think it's okay. That's the direction they want to take him. I think they're doing it just fine. That's my opinion. Oh, you watching this? This game is definitely not worth $80. I will get into that discussion in a minute. I will get into that discussion in a minute. What I will say though is that regardless of whether or not I think it's worth it, I'm probably going to get this game I'm definitely getting this game at launch. So, there is that. Okay, so they talk about smart steering here.
These include smart steering, which helps you
Again,
on the course.
I just hope that... Okay, I don't even need them to be off by default. But guys, all right, everyone here has played Mario Kart 8, right? Like, I think that's a fair assumption. Now, and most likely you've played it with friends. So here's something annoying. If you ever wanted to set up a session with friends, every single time you got to tell your friends, hey, make sure that on the menu you press the plus button and you press these buttons so that you disable the auto steering and the auto drive, smart steering and auto drive, because, those are going to fuck you up. All right. Every time I got to do that. So at the very fucking least, if they're going to have these in here, let me turn them off by default. Okay. I do not want this on by default, all right? If other people come around and they want to play the game, I don't want to have to have them go into the menu every time to disable those, all right? Because listen, I know it only takes like maybe a minute, but that's a minute that we could be using to play the game instead of goddamn messing around figuring out what buttons to press because, maybe they don't play Nintendo games as much. I know this is a very personal experience, but... that I swear to God, every time it's like that. Every time it's like that, and it is so frustrating. It's so dumb. I kind of liked how he didn't look expressive. It made him look like he didn't have a lot going on up there, That's kind of funny. I see that. I see what you mean, but I feel like you still have that. It's just in a different way. Like, he has that same energy, but it's just he's expressing it differently, if that makes sense. And I think I like the way that... I think I like the way they have it more now. Like, I definitely still think he gives off that, like, no thoughts, head empty kind of vibe, but, like, it's just more animated now, and I think I like that. Smart steering on by default makes me so upset. Hello, Goofy. It's so dumb, dude. Like, listen, I get it, all right? You make these games for babies, all right? You make these games for your grandma who's never held a controller in her life, all right? Listen, I understand. However, okay... most people buying a Switch 2 probably already played Mario Kart 8, right? Most of us probably played it enough to not need smart steering or auto drive, especially, all right? So for the love of fuck, Nintendo, let us have the option, okay? Please. It ain't that hard. Just make it a menu, make it a drop down. You could even have it so that you set it like per player. Like, you could have it so that like you could do what Smash Bros does and have like a name registry system. And with that name registry system, you can have different controls set up and you can have it so that smart steering and auto drive are not on for a particular name. Or you could just assign it to a certain player number, It's like, there's ways around it. Like, I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. People love Nintendo, but Nintendo only loves your wallet. Yeah. That's the difficult thing about Nintendo. Ultimately, though, it's like, we might as well just have this discussion now. But for me, I think this game is going to be worth the price. I'm not saying it's worth the price now, but I'm saying it's going to be because I'm thinking about the amount of hours I'm probably going to spend in this game. And let's be real, it's going to be hundreds. It's going to be in the hundreds. So by the time it's like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I'm not going to care that I spent £75 on this game. All right, I'm not going to care. Because I'll just be having fun playing my Mario Kart game. So ultimately, that's how I feel about it. I don't want this to become a precedent, though. All right, like we gotta make sure. I gotta make that abundantly clear. I don't think games need to be this expensive ever. There is no reason this game should be this price. But if it absolutely has to be, then look, I'm going to play it, I'm going to have my fun with it, and eventually I'm going to have that $80, £75 worth of fun, all right? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And that just goes for like the Switch in general, just like as a console. And I think there's enough launch stuff to where like the price of the console itself is justified. But yeah, just the pricing for the games, I think there's really no excuse for that. It's not even like these things are becoming harder to produce anyway. Like it's using all the same, it's using all the same materials and whatnot. Obviously the game is bigger. There's a lot more to it, but why? Like, it's like sell it out. It's like sell it at a loss. Sell it at a loss, Nintendo. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. All right. You will live to see another generation. All right, we've survived the Wii U, we survived the GameCube, we survived kind of the N64. It ain't that deep. Brother, I can play Gmod forever and it only costs $6. $80 for a video game is overpriced that it isn't even funny. Like, let's say the game costs 60 and 3 million people buy it, that's 180 million profit. Yeah, see, that's the point I'm trying to make here. Is like I like the game is going to sell amazing. So from Nintendo's perspective, it doesn't even really make sense to make it this expensive, because it's like people are more likely to buy it if it's $60. People are way more likely to buy it if it's $60, to be honest. And you're going to probably make more of a profit off of it that way, because this game is going to probably sell like 10 fucking million units within the first year. Like, let's be real. But for me, obviously, it's like, yeah, it's a relative thing. Obviously, I don't think Gmod is the best comparison in the world, but ultimately with this, it's like, your Nintendo is like a premium thing almost. Nintendo's like a premium thing almost, because it's like you can't really get their games anywhere else. You can't really get those experiences anywhere else. So the only way to really go about it is to have the actual is that just get it straight from the source. And so that's kind of how you have to do it. What I like to typically do with new releases is I like to wait maybe a day or two and then grab the game like secondhand, because usually you can get it a little bit cheaper. I don't know if that's going to be the case with this. I reckon there's going to be a lot of scalping, so that's going to kind of have the opposite effect. So my thing with that is that, yeah, I'm probably going to have to just get the copy like straight up. But for a lot of other stuff, that's how I tend to like to do it. But yeah, so what was I trying to say? So ultimately, the price point just comes down to the value you get from it. It comes down to the value you get from it. Like, for me, I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to make content off of it as well. Like, maybe not necessarily right now. I'm not like making money, but like, if I get to a point where I'm making money, it's like this game will contribute to that. This is going to be a game we're going to play a lot. It's going to be a game we stream a lot. So it's like I kind of get that return of investment on it as well. So that's kind of another incentive for me. Is like, I genuinely do have something to gain out of this purchase, like down the line. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But that's how I justify my purchase. I'm not justifying it for you. I'm not justifying it for anyone else. If you think this price point is too much, that is perfectly reasonable. And I honestly agree with you. I don't think it makes sense for this game to be priced the way it is. But for me, I'm going to buy the game because I see the worth that I can get out of it despite the price point, But again, that being said, I don't want this to become a regular fucking thing. And I know that by me buying it, that it's that those sales are going to encourage them to do it. But let's be real. I'm one guy, okay? I'm one guy in an endless sea of people who are going to buy this thing day one. So ultimately, let's be real, whether I get it or not, my purchase will not matter. My purchase will not matter whether it's Nintendo's decision or Rockstar fucking making GTA 6 $100 because this game managed to get away with 80. It's that's ultimately what it comes down to. But we'll see what the kind of market is on that, and how volatile it becomes. I can play Minecraft Dungeons for years and it costs $40 with the Minecraft Dungeons is actually peak. I feel like people don't talk about that game. Low-key, Minecraft Dungeons is better than actual Minecraft, but you're not ready for that take. People make their own problems. Yeah, exactly. Ultimately, listen, I hate using this argument because it really isn't an argument, But if the price really fucks with you that much, just like you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. It's really not that deep. Like, again, I understand that, like, you know, it sets a precedent, and other companies are going to see that, and they're going to start doing it too. But, like, it was going to happen eventually. It was going to happen eventually. Whether it's Nintendo or Sony or Microsoft or whoever, someone was going to do this eventually. And, like, I think it was inevitable. And that's kind of what what that comes down to. So yeah. But my ultimate take is just like whatever the game is worth to you, that's what you should pay. Whatever the game is worth to you, that's what you should pay. Ultimately, that's my final take. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Maybe down the line, maybe later down the line if more games come out on the Switch 2 that I care about. For now, not buying it. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. And, you know, I think that was the case for even the Switch 1 for a lot of people. A lot of people were like, all right, you know, when it first came out, there weren't like a ton of early adopters. Obviously, it was doing really well. It pretty much beat the Wii U in its first year. But, you know, what's it called? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I lost my complete train of thought. That shit's not chugging anymore. Damn. What was I saying? Yeah, so a lot of people did buy it in the first year, but you know, I think the majority of people who own a Switch now were like, okay, I see that this thing exists, but there's not enough I'm interested in right now, so I'm gonna pick one up later, and then go back and play some of the other games, and that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes in most consoles, I think. You know, like I think a lot of people don't end up buying them at launch. And you know, to be honest, the only reason I am is just because I'm like I like being. I like being an early adopter of things. Like, I like being someone who's, like, there from the start. And I want to be able to, like, watch, and I want to be able to, like, feel as this thing grows. And I feel like the Switch 2 is going to have some really amazing games. So, like, you know, I want to make sure that, like, I'm in there. And also, again, from my perspective, I also have the whole content thing. So it's like I have something to gain out of it. I have something to gain out of it. By being in there as early as I want to be. So that's kind of the idea. You know, obviously, again, right now we're not really at the point where I'm getting that return of investment, but the fact of the matter is, I probably will be. You know, if I keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what it comes down to for me. Honestly, I think companies are stupid. People don't want to spend tons of cash for games, so instead of making expensive $500 console, make one cheaper than the competition and offer the same price or lower the price so people see it as an affordable option. I mean, Nintendo does that. Nintendo does that when their consoles are failing. Unfortunately, you know, it's a double-edged sword. So it's like, you know, do you want Nintendo to succeed and they make a ton of games that we really love, or is it that, you know, we're not getting a lot of content, but you know, the content we do have is also like significantly cheaper. It's more affordable. It's they're doing more deals and stuff like that, like with the Wii U. You know, we're not in that situation. We're not in a Wii U situation right now. We're in a post Switch situation, which is like fucking goddamn. What was I saying? Which is like goddamn like the third best selling system ever. So you know, it's hard to. It's hard to say, really. It's hard to say kind of how that's going to pan out. I think the Switch 2 is going to sell super well. It's not going to do Switch 1 numbers, but it will sell like really well. I don't think this thing is going to flop like at all. The only Nintendo game I still like is Super Mario Galaxy 2. Everything else is dead. Damn. Really? Really? Only Galaxy 2? I just finished 100% in Galaxy 2, by the way, and oh my god, that game is that took me a while. Dude, why is Galaxy 2 so much harder than Galaxy 1, bro? What the fuck? Galaxy 1 is like the easiest game ever, and then Galaxy 2 is like, ha, do you guys want a challenge? All right, but I actually did beat Grandmaster Galaxy in like 3 tries, the perfect run, by the way, so I'm just saying, I might be a gamer. It is definitely a grind. Bro, I genuinely didn't fucking know. I genuinely didn't know you had to get 9,999 star bits to actually fucking unlock the perfect run. And I was just like there like, bro, where's the comet medal? How do I get the comet medal? And then it's like, God, you gotta fucking get all of them, and then you gotta play the Grandmaster Galaxy to actually spawn the goddamn perfect run comet, and then you do it, and it's like, what the why do you need why do that? Like, why do that to me? That is crazy. That is insane. Galaxy 2 is kind of easy. I don't know why I thought it was hard. Nah, I don't, that game's not easy, bro. Some of those dude, fuck the goddamn gliding missions. I hate the gliding missions, dude. They're so hard. I died so many times on those. It's actually ridiculous. Actually ridiculous. The green stars were really easy though. The green stars were really easy. How did you grind the 9,999 star bits? What did I do? Okay, I used the Sweet Mystery Galaxy. It was the Sweet Mystery Galaxy and the Boulder one. I forgot the name of it. But what I would do is I would just go to those and just keep dying. I would just keep going to those and then just keep dying over and over until I maxed out for that level, and then I'd just come back and do it all again until I got to the max. That's how I did it. That was like the fastest way. Because there's like a ton of star bits in those missions. Galaxy 2 is not a hard game, but it is so fucking much. It is a lot, yeah. It is a lot. I use Melty Monster. Yeah, the bowling, that's the one. Yeah, the Melty Monster one with the rock mushroom. That's the one I used. I did that one too. You get so many star bits because like it's such a fast one too. You can just keep doing it. You just keep doing it. You keep dying, and you just get it. But it is fun all the way through. Yeah, the only thing is, Galaxy 1 didn't have any galaxies that I really didn't like, but Galaxy 2 has one. Galaxy 2 has a galaxy that I fucking hated. I'm not gonna spoil it though. You're gonna have to wait. Like, how long is it gonna be until the Galaxy 2 episode comes out? How long is it gonna be? You're probably gonna have to wait like over a month for that. So I'm just saying, you'll know my opinion there. You'll know my opinion there. I'm one of those people who like Sonic Unleashed on the Wii. Don't judge. Low-key, it's better than the low-key, it's better than the HD version. All right, I'm supposed to be analyzing this. Can I get back to that? I'm gonna tell you what galaxy I hate, and then we're gonna get back to analyzing this. You're distracting me, bro. I can't be here for that long as well. Anyway, the galaxy I hate is Boss Blitz. Boss Blitz Galaxy is fucking dog shit, dude. Like, oh my god. I already don't like boss rushes in games, but like, holy shit, that one is egregious, dude. Actually egregious. Because you gotta do the goddamn... Oh my god. Bro. The Daredevil run. The fucking Daredevil run on that galaxy is dog shit, dude. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. But the goddamn fiery Dino Piranha is like the worst boss in a Mario game, actually. Genuinely, that is the worst boss in a Mario game. I'm gonna have a whole section about that one. Oh my god. That shit sucks ass, dude. That shit sucks fucking dick. Boss Blitz only sucks because of the mole and Dwayne Johnson, dude. Really? See, the mole I think is the easiest of all the fights. That guy's a pushover. Other than obviously other than the first Dino Piranha. Bouldergeist is like annoying because it takes so long. But he's not that hard to fight, but like, oh my god, it takes so long. And one of the missions I think is like, one of the missions is a timed one. They have you do like a timed version of it as well. And like that guy literally takes like, you have like 5 minutes to do it, and that guy takes like 3 minutes to beat. That guy takes like 3 fucking minutes to beat. It's so annoying. So by the time I get to the fiery Dino Piranha, it's like I only have like 20 seconds left to beat him. And because that guy's so annoying and you can't hit him every now and then, like you're gonna die from time over. You're just gonna straight up die from time over. It's ours, dude. I hate that galaxy. Terrible. Bad design. Nah, the mole is a fucking arse. He was easy as shit to me personally. Like, all you got to do is just wait for him to come up to you, ground pound, and then you chase him around a bit and spin him. It's like, it's really not... he didn't give me any trouble at all. The fiery Dino Piranha is dog shit, because like, he always catches on fire, like, right as I catch up to him. And because Mario's movement is a little sluggish in the Galaxy games, like, it's super annoying to fucking actually catch up and hit him. which meant the goddamn speedrun comment was it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It sucked. It pretty much sucked. All right, I did not like it one bit. Anyway, bro, we gotta actually get back to talking about this. Okay, so we know what tilt controls are, and you know they show off the Joy-Con wheel. All right. So yeah, this is where they show off the costumes. So we finally found out what this was. You know, if you remember back during the initial Switch 2 reveal, you know, we saw this little yellow item box here. And yeah, so the outfits come from what you eat. Okay, so yeah, Peach gets the kimono when you eat the sushi, which, you know, that makes sense. And then yeah, so obviously, oh, you got Captain Toad, and you got all these like, explorer outfits. Okay, all right, that's pretty cool. I don't know how many of these outfits are like from Tour. Again, I barely played Tour. I played it like maybe once. But yeah, that is pretty neat. So that means they're all themed. He just straight up eats hot chips and lies, bro. Look at this. Incredible. Look at that. So yeah, they do show that you can do multiple tricks.
Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you
and yeah.
each race.
Anyways, I wanted to play a game on Dolphin, but it always because it has motion controls, I can't play it because I can't link the pointer to the PC screen for Wiimote. Do you have like do you know the method? Do you know the method? Okay, this is gonna allow me to know whether or not you were broke as shit like I was. If you know the method, do you know that you don't know the candle method? You don't. See, Pep knows it. Pep knows the candle method. Pep knows the candle method. So, all right, because the Wii remotes work on infrared sensors, all right, which pick up heat. Okay, if you place two candles adjacent to each other, it actually works. Your pointer will show up. Dead ass, bro. No wires, no plug-in, nothing required. Okay. See, Emma didn't know about it because she didn't live in fucking poverty like I did. So she was like, she thought I was on some witchcraft bullshit when I showed her that for the first time. But I swear to fuck, it works. Like, and it's insane. It is crazy. I actually bought though, so that I wouldn't constantly have to have candles burning, and because I wanted high quality footage for the Galaxy games and Wii and such, I bought a third party like sensor thing specifically that works on your PC with Dolphin. I don't remember what the brand is, but if you just look it up on like Amazon or whatever, you'll probably find it. So if you just wanna like buy something like that you can use long term, those work pretty good. The one I have though, if you get this, you'll have to put it on setting 4. That's what will allow it to work with Dolphin. But yeah, you can get Dolphin motion controls. You can get working pretty easy. Pretty easy. What's it called? Let me look it up for you. I got it like not too long ago, and yeah, it's done me pretty well up to this point. It's responsive. It works good. So yeah, the one I would recommend. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Mayflash. It's the Mayflash W010 wireless sensor Dolphin bar for the Wii. And yeah, it's USB. It is a solid 30 though. It is a solid 30. So if you have that money to drop on it, then you can do that. But yeah, I needed a new. I've been needing a new one for a while. So yeah, it's a good thing I got that. And yeah, I was able to get my hours, I tell you, of footage using that thing. So it worked. It worked very well. I play the game on my Wii, but the disc is broken and it keeps crashing. Yeah, it's like that. It be like that. I played Galaxy 2 using the candle method. I found it to generally be more stable than the normal Wii pointer as well. That's actually crazy. If you configure it well, then it does work quite nicely. I like that you can trick over cars, by the way. That is cool.
And if you jump toward a
Could you theoretically dodge a blue shell like this? Look how she drives on the wall. That is actually insane.
chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like so
This game is gonna get really technical, I feel.
Whenever this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position.
That is fucking insane. You can just straight up rewind the game. That is nuts.
Made it.
I would play the game. Oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah.
Best approach, of course.
Okay. I really like this track. It looks like there's a lot of.
We'll still move north. This can
It looks like there's like a ton of different paths you can go on. It looks like it looks like maybe you can go here. You can go the waterway. You can go the rooftops.
approach, of course.
There's a ton of different wow.
Keep in mind though.
There's just a ton of different routes for that one.
Normally when you rewind, so don't lose your lead.
That is actually so baller. I really like the look of that course.
Take a spin in even more races.
Loads of modes.
In time
Since
trials,
everyone is mentioning the candle method IR sensor, I never got anyone who put the sensor bar on top of the TV.
and
You put it on the bottom?
online, you can download and
I feel like it's way worse to put it. To be fair, it depends on how your TV is positioned. Like my one is fairly low down, so it only really makes sense to have it on the top. Otherwise, like if I were to put it on the bottom, it would be like shin length, and like no one can play like that. So
running 3 laps within the same course. Or
yeah, it depends on how your TV's set up. Like if you have like a higher TV that's like set up higher
you can even
on
take
some
the
shelves,
West
then
route
like
and choose
yeah,
routes
fair
that
enough.
aren't
But I don't think
or knockout
I wouldn't put it on the bottom for mine. That would make no kind of
up to
sense.
24 drivers
They stole the rewind feature from Forza. That's crazy. This is basically Mario Kart Forza. It's basically Mario Kart Forza.
pedal to the metal.
All right. Wait, hold on. That theme was that was the Mario Circuit theme from 8. Is that course back?
Next up, battle mode.
And did they take out the anti-gravity?
Online in balloon battle. Use
Okay, so I'm looking. This is still DK Pass, isn't it? This is DK Pass.
items,
So
rivals, balloons.
okay, so there are actual battle courses. Hold on, did we see the map for that one? No, they didn't show it.
Balloons. Pop them all and you're
Okay, so there are specific battle areas, I guess.
where you can go for the gold by collecting the most coins. Race or battle, enjoy whatever drives you.
I think they should have had at least one other battle mode. I won't lie, just balloon battle and coin runners. Like I feel like they could have had at least one more.
When you're not racing, you can
I think
enjoy free roam. And
it should have been Shine Thief, definitely.
no roads, no problem. Ride the rivers,
All right.
see the seas.
Well, so you got the Mario 64 overworld theme play. So I wonder if there is going to be like a Mario 64 inspired one.
Jump off from way up here.
Again, they fucking knew what they were doing, bro. They showed off jumping off the ledge with the penguin. They knew exactly what they were doing there. Why does this Loki look like Breath of the Wild?
Hey, there's a P-switch over there.
Yo, there's grass and open environments. This is Breath of the Wild, dude.
Hit hundreds of P-switches used across the world to start missions.
This is a Sonic ass section right here, bro.
By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races.
But yeah, I really like that though. Again, it's nice that there's stuff to do.
Also, hidden coins
I just hope it's enough. And I hope there's some good rewards for it.
and more. So
Like, you know, just give us unlockables, you know? Like, have that be how you unlock new carts and stuff like that.
also, during
Costumes,
free roam,
cosmetics,
you can take
the stuff we
photos
like,
whenever
you know?
like.
It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just
Look
something,
at
you
the
know?
camera. Choose a frame to decorate and nice.
They just let anyone into Mario Kart nowadays, for real. Okay, anyways, you know what I'm getting for my birthday? I have a sensor bar on my TV for the Wii. Yeah. Alright. Fun with everyone.
If one person has Mario Kart World,
And you got the Mario Bros 2 character select
split
theme.
screen on the same system.
I cut fucking Cataquack, dude. That's so funny.
The game
I'm telling you, bro. That fucking dolphin is the funniest character I've ever seen. I'm genuinely No one else is allowed to touch him. That's my character. I am the dolphin.
Local wireless play.
Every time. Every time.
With up to 2 players on each system can race together this way.
He's too funny, bro. Like, what is that?
And up to
Oh my god.
24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
So far, it doesn't look like 200cc is confirmed. I just thought about that. They didn't actually talk about like the different. They didn't talk about the different speeds at all during this thing. I don't think.
Looks like someone's arrived.
So yeah,
You can meet up with your crew anywhere in the
again, having fast travel when you go online, and you know the whole thing being explorable is nice. You know, just to have that kind of waiting room lobby-esque feel. What course is this?
or just go for a ride
It's
together.
like a Wiggle of Forest type thing.
Your own.
Okay, this is Peach's Castle, Peach Stadium. That's what it's called.
You can also take photos together.
And of course, you got the OG gang picture. Very nice, very nice. Love to see it. Again, minus DK Jr. They killed him. He's dead. Okay, then they talk about game chat. You know, nothing new really gets shown during this part. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty. Again, fucking Swooper, dude. So many characters, man. Can't wait to overly fucking optimize my time trial runs and rewind every mini mistake till it's pixel perfect. Dude, honestly, yeah. That is so me, dude. I got a Goku Black figure recently. I started watching the Goku Black arc like the other day. It's pretty good so far. It's pretty good. I got to the part where he shows up in the present.
Just around the corner in
I'm liking the direction of it.
Mario Kart World. Available exclusively on
Because I actually I've not watched that arc yet.
hardware
Haven't seen
bundle
it.
that includes a digital
Can't wait for the little kids to be cussed out and harassed over Mario Kart on Christmas Day. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And I'll be the one doing the cursing. You know me. You know me. Anyways. So I think that's about it. I think that's about it. Goku Black Saga ruins Trunks. Say psych right now. That's my favorite character. Say psych right fucking now. All right. That's the fucking GOAT. Please say it ain't so. Bro had so much aura when he was in DBZ, but here he's just not him, bro. Really? I feel like so far they haven't removed his aura, you know? I feel like so far they haven't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Don't spoil it for me, though, because I genuinely don't even know what happens during that saga. I'll be honest. I have no idea. Yeah. I think at some point there's a fusion that happens. I don't know if it's Vegito. It's probably Vegito. But whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen it, so don't spoil it, please. Trust me, it gets worse. Don't say that. I want to be excited, man. I want my hype moments and aura, bro. I want my Dragon Ball is entirely hype moments and aura, and that's why I love it. I think Dragon Ball is pretty peak. But I've watched all of OG. I've watched all of Z. I watched all the movies, and GT. And I haven't watched Daima yet. I'll watch Daima after I finish my super rewatch. You know, going back to the Tournament of Power again is going to be a lot of fun. That arc is amazing. Shit. There we go. Okay, cool. I don't like how Goku is calling himself black. Kind of racist. That's a little racist. That is a little racist. Like, God damn, why is he doing that for? Why is he appropriating? God damn. Anyways, bye. Oh, he's already dipped. Well, the stream is about to end anyway, guys. So I appreciate everyone who's popped up during this stream. Once again, we are in something of a hiatus right now. Okay. Most likely, I'm gonna be back kind of full time, I guess, if you want to call it that. When the Switch 2 drops. But for right now, I just kind of want to lay low so I can focus on the main channel stuff. And so I can focus on my real life job, all right? Because I need money, bro. I need to get money, so I can also afford the Switch too. You know, I'm doing shit tons of overtime, bro. I be working, bro. Oh yeah, Goku Black has the best meme of all time. You'll know that scene when it. Oh no, I already know that scene. I already know about that one. Don't shoot! This man isn't black. Oh, what? No, hold on. It's hold your fire. This man isn't black. Incredible, bro. Anyways, holy shit. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. All right. I gotta dip. I gotta move. So if you guys enjoyed the stream and you haven't already, make sure to sub over on, bro, I'm mixed up now because I'm streaming on Twitch again. But sub here on youtube.com/extrazonelive, all right, because this is where it goes down. All right. I was gonna say every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except for the fact that like we're on a hiatus, bro. So I'm not gonna be back after this for quite some time. But you know, make sure you're subbed and following for when we do come back, because you know, it's all that stuff. In the meantime, though, like I said, we are uploading on the main channel. So you know, if you want to keep up with some more Mario content in the form of the Mario 40th Anniversary Super Perspective, definitely go subscribe over there. Once again, the Super Mario Sunshine episode is dropping tomorrow. So if you want to see my thoughts about that game, then go ahead and check that out. And next off, you know, follow me on the other socials. I don't know. I'm not really using them at this point either, but, you know, I mean, you can just do that. You can just do that if you feel like it. And, yeah, it's basically everything. That's basically everything. So, yeah. I don't know when the next stream will be. It's probably going to be a good minute before I'm back. So, you know, until then, take care of yourselves. Keep the hype going. And, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you next time. Bye.